Some good hunting to be had here.
Hey guys, it's Lazy and I'm back. Well, this time I want to showcase my next build, which is going to be Spiral Volley. And this build is extremely strong in my opinion. It has really high potential to be an extremely good mapper. As good as Lightning Spear, to be honest. And Lightning Spear is the meta skill of this league, so you understand what I mean. It has really good damage. It has really good clear. You can kind of see in the background I'm clearing a bridge on T15 map, which is starter gear, very budget, all on 3-link, which I'll talk about a little bit after. This character is only a few hours old, and I want to do this video as like a checkpoint for the guys that want to follow and don't have a lot of budget before I start investing in this character and push it into the end game. So yeah, I just want to showcase this build. It's extremely good, as you can see. Very good clear, very good AoE, the skill chain really well, and Spiral Volley can actually make use of Volt, which is what kind of make Lightning Spear shine. So this support gems is the new MVP of this league. And we are utilizing that with infusions from the Amazon class, and yeah, as you can see in the background, it is extremely good. And I know it's been a while since I posted my last video, so I want to do a quick update on what happens. If you guys are just interested in the build, feel free to skip ahead to the part where I actually talk about the build. But yeah, a little bit of ranting. So I hit the 20k subscriber milestone, and I'm extremely grateful and thankful for everyone for your support, especially my subscriber, my members, my Patreons, and everyone that is active on my Discord talking to me when I'm playing other games. So yeah, I've been playing Expedition 33, I've been playing No Rest for the Wicked. It's been really weird not playing PoE because ever since I started this channel, I was fixated on playing only one game and one game only to make content, that is PoE. And I'll be honest, it's burned me out a little bit. Not too much, because this season, to be honest, it was a little bit of a drag and I wasn't really having fun mapping. Again, it's a PoE 2 kind of thing and they are fixing a lot of things. So anyway, I will do a comeback, playing this Spiral Volley build, push it into the end games. Meanwhile, I'll still probably playing other game as well. So about 2 weeks ago, I took a quick vacations, and when I came back, I actually bought Expedition 33 to play because I heard a lot of people hyping it up. I went in kind of blind and did not really expect anything, and I was playing that game for 5 days straight, almost 100% the game, and in expert mode. The game itself, I'll be honest, it's not that hard. So if you don't want to ruin your experience or like the first time you play through, I highly recommend for you guys to at least play through blind. The game itself, the story, the music, everything is just so good that if you do run into any spoiler, it feels really bad because the game itself is just that good. So yeah, I highly recommend you guys to go to the game blind. And I also spent a little bit of time playing No Rest for the Wicked. I had pretty much only played PoE, and so it was a little bit of refreshing to play other games as well, because at heart I like to play other games, not just PoE, and it feels like a really good break to have to kind of recharge myself. I will still play PoE once in a while, so I came back and I'll be playing this Spiral Volley build, and hopefully it's fun enough. So I actually have made 2 builds. One is a Whirling Slash build using, instead of Incinerate, I was using Spear of Solaris. Spear of Solaris by itself carry a really huge ignite, and you can scale that much easier than scaling the Incinerate. The problem is building up the glory for Spear of Solaris, which is a problem because Spear don't really have any good skills to build up stuns. And I was going to try some other staff skill to build up stuns, but then I kind of scratched that because Whirling Slash by itself is kind of clunky. It has some elevation issues and mapping, it's not that smooth. I think if you really push that build to the end game, it has really high potential and higher than Incinerates, but it's more clunky as well. So yeah, I kind of scratched that. My next build was a Tactician, Siege Cascade. So Siege Cascade was buffed, and you can do some really crazy damage with the low life helmets, and or you can go into playing with these shot scavenger, so you can keep shooting Siege Cascade. And I was kind of using the Choir of the Storm to consume the shock to do the Shat Scavenger, and it was fun. It was not that clunky, but it was not that effective in comparison to Lightning Spear, and just feels not as good to play. And again, I have really high standards for my build, so I'm not going to put out like a build just for fun. Like, even though it can be fun, but if it's not that fun to play, then I'm not going to put the build out anyway. So I ended up on my third build, which is Spiral Volley right now. And right out of the campaign, transition into the early game, I can feel that this is going to be a really good build that have really high potential, which is why I have decided that this is going to be the 20k subscriber special build that I come back on. And so yes, Spiral Volley, very fun to play, have really high potential, and now we can talk about it. Alright, so before we started, I have prepared a map here. It's not that hard. It's more to showcase the build. It is T15, and I just want to show you how this build play and talk about it first. As you can see here, we don't have a lot of skills. We only have Spiral Volley and Snipe. And Snipe is there for single target damage. If you have enough damage, you usually don't have to use Snipe until you meet the boss. So all you do is running around, stack up the Volt Charge, and spam Spiral Volley. And this skill have amazing AoE. It shoots out 25 projectiles and it goes around you, so you don't have to aim. All you need to do is run around, shooting Spiral Volley. You can kind of see that I have Frenzy Charge here, and I'll talk about it. You should have permanently have Frenzy Charge up, almost always full when you are running a really dense map. And we are also extremely tanky as well. We have Leech, ES Leech to be specific, from our unique love. And because we are using Spiral Volley, it is mainly a physical damage skill, so we don't even need to use the Amazon Elemental Leech, which come from the Ascendancies. We have good amount of movement speeds. So traditionally, this build is played on a Deadeye, because Deadeye have really good synergies with Frenzy Charge in general. But I feel like I want to try this on an Amazon, just because Amazon have the infusions. So you can kind of see here, I have Leech and my ES go back up to full from just one tap of Spiral Volley. And if you can stack up Volt and run around, you can one-shot Ray without any problem, as long as it have monster surrounding it. Let me go find the breach over here so I can quickly showcase the breach as well. This skill does not rely on any setups or anything. You just kind of run around and shooting monster. You don't have to aim. Even for Lightning Spear, you run into some issues when you need to aim, and elevations and all that stuff. You don't really have that issues in this build at all. And you can kind of see the loot filter. So I did do a recolor on the loot filters from Neversink, and was something that I want to do for the 20k subscriber special as well. So yeah, you can kind of see here I have ES Leech and it goes to full, and usually we don't have to worry about the Ray monster, just die, easily die. You don't have to aim, just run around pressing buttons, which is why I think this is extremely good. Like, this is my gear again, I'll show you after, but my gears are basically just 3-link, very basic gears from level 60, because I made the transitions at level 60. This skill have extremely good chain, so you can clear in tight corridor maps as well as the open layout without much issues. So there's that. Overall, just very fun to play this, and I think it had really high potentials. I also will look to try a few different options. So right now I'm using Volt and Herald of Thunder, but we could use Embitters and all that stuff to add some cold damage, and Poziken for some juicy explosions if possible, but I'll have to test that out. This is going to be like a 3-link setup, so we don't have the opportunity to try those stuff out. But yeah, we can talk about our item first. So I got to level 77 and I swapped to this bow, but before that I was using a normal physical damage bow, so 400 physical damage over here with some accuracy and crit chance, some attack speeds. Usually at level 60, when you make the transition, just look for a really good physical damage bow. You don't really need to look for any other stats. Snipe have 100% crit chance when you hit it with perfect timing. I didn't really get to use Snipe because we don't do a boss map, but it goes like this. So you charge when your body light up like that. You release the Snipe and you have 100% crit chance and you do a lot of damage. It's not really mean max right now. It's just 3 link and I don't have any ailments. Usually it goes really well with crits. But yeah, for items, bow, you want to look for this kind of bow. So Guardian bow, and it has the percentage chance to chain an additional time. Spiral Volley by itself also chain when they consuming Frenzy Charge. Volt also give more chains when you stack it up to 30. So everything synergies really well together and make this build an extremely good AoE clear, and you can clear map really easy with this build. So you want to look for high percentage of chain on the space. You want to look for really high physical damage with good accuracy ratings, and you can actually get the leech, physical damage attack leech as life on the bow as well, and that can be really good. Some dexterity int is always welcome in our build, but yeah, mainly just the space, high physical damage accuracy, because we have the ascendancy from the Amazon ascendancies. For the quiver, again, I want to showcase this as a budget version, so most of the build items are like level 60 and under. I bought it at level 60 to make the transitions, so they're nothing really expensive. I think the budget that I'm showcasing on here is roughly 2 divine or under. Not even. I think this bow is a bit expensive, but I was using this bow to clear just fine. Yeah, so we have increased damage with bow skill, increased projectile speed. These two are really good because for the bow cluster, we have access to feather fletching, which increase and reduction to projectile speed applied to damage with bow, which means that you have this increased projectile speed as like a damage multiplier for your bow skill. So yeah, you can get both increased damage with bow skills and proj speed on quiver. Flat damage is nice. We want to have +2 level bow projectile skills and critical damage bonus as well. All of these are really nice. And for the amulets and body armor, against in our build we don't need any spirits, so it makes it a lot easier to find gear that are cheap. You want to anoint for Serret the Edge, and Serret Edge give crit chance and attack damage against rare unique, and it's very cheap. We have accuracy rating. A little bit of accuracy rating helps because we are Amazon and we benefits from crit chance. We don't really need that high crit chance, and I don't need to stack a lot of accuracy because we don't need high crits on Spiral Volley. It clears just fine just by stacking the Frenzy Charge and stacking the Lightning Infusions from the infused weapon. Beside that, I'm basically recycling my other characters' gears, just high energy shields on your helmets with good resistance. Some rarity is fine because we are using subterfuge mask, so you want high ES on here. You want to use a hybrid base for evasion and energy shields on your body armor. That way you have access to the special ward, and it helps give you a lot of ES as well. So yeah, hybrid base for this, and we are using full energy shields, boots, elemental resist, a maximum life, and then we have rings. So for the ring slot, you want to have flat damage. Flat physical damage is good. Flat lightning damage is also nice. And then we have resistance. And on one of your ring, at least one of your ring, you want to have the leech percentage of physical attack damage as life. It's very important because we are using Essentia Sanguis, which is a glove that give you life leech is converted to energy shield leech. And With this, whenever we do a Spiral Volley, and our Spiral Volley is mainly physical damage beside the Volt, which going to give us the extra lightning damage, but it's mainly physical. You are going to leech energy shields, and it has really good sustain. And as you can kind of see in the map, this build is extremely tanky, and it's going to be very hard for you to die as long as you can, as long as you don't get one shot. Which I want to make a really comfy mapper, and we can focus on getting high number of ES and high number of life. You can kind of get that from all of our setups, so it's still gonna be a lot of rare gears, and we can push this energy shields number to above 4k easily. For the charm, you can run Stone Charm, and I'm also running Arakali Gift to give me some recovery when I run into poison, because if you are poisoned, I think it goes through your energy shields. But yeah. Let's talk about our skill gems. So for the skill gems, at level 70, you unlock the 4 slots, and at level 90, you unlock the last slots. So since this is going to be an early game setups, I will have Primo Armaments, Exploit Weakness, because we break armor, and Exploit Weakness actually helps do a lot more damage with infused weapons. So it synergizes really well with Spiral Volley since we are breaking armor. Elemental Focus and Blind as the 4 slots. Spiral Volley, 3-link, we have Splinters, we have Break Endurance, and we have Volt. So Volt is the MVP, kind of. You can kind of see here. Volt is what makes the Lightning Spear as good as it is, kind of. And Volt itself gives you a chain. It gives extra damage as lightning, so more damage. And you can kind of run around and hitting Spiral Volley. And whenever you hit Spiral Volley, you break armor equal to 15% of physical damage dealt. You also have Break Endurance, which give you Endurance Charge. And because we are using Resonance, this is how we generate our Frenzy Charge. So yeah, just the 3-link, and it works really well. Snipe, we have Window of Opportunities, Concentrated Effect, Super Critical. And just standard setups, really, you want to do as much damage on this as possible. It takes some time to get used to the snipe, and whenever you run into a pack of monster and Spiral Volt to kill everything, so your skill cannot chain anymore, you can hit Barrage, and then you can hit snipe. Just take some time to get used to, but usually that is enough for you to clear any pack of rares or even fight against bosses. Herald Thunder, we are using Reach, Magnifying Effects, and Long Shots. Mainly, the skills is here to help us with clear. And because we have Volts and we have Lightning Infusions on Infused Weapon, that will give us the lightning damage. And it will have Shocks and easily trigger our Herald Thunder. So we have Ghost Dance, because we are Hybrid, Evasion, and ES based, so Ghost Dance is really good. I have fast forwarded in here because it's a standard setup for Ghost Dance. You get more Ghost Dance stacks easier. And I have also put Precisions in here as well. We have Wind Dancer with Wind Wave, Arm's Length to increase the knockback distance. We have Maim. We have Impale, it's not really that important. You don't need a 4th link on this. We have Barrage with Twofold, Premeditations, Murderous Intent. And I have a Cast on Crit setup for whenever I want to do really hard bosses. So bosses map, you would turn off everything, turn on Cast on Crit, go in and start sniping. We'll have Sniper Mark in here, Impetus, Single Out to break armor even more, because we do physical damage. So if the armor is broken, we do more damage. And we have Fluke. Usually I don't have to resort on using Cast on Crits, and I kind of just run the setups and use Snipe as normally. It shouldn't be a problem. You can break armor with Spiral Volley as well, so that's not going to be an issue. But on the Cast on Crit setups, because our Snipe will always crit, you get access to Frenzy Charge, which you can use on Barrage, which is also good. But yeah, that is the current setups. And like I said, I'm going to push this build further, which means I'll put more link on here, which open myself to more options, like I mentioned before, Embitters with Volt, can possibly add a lot of extra cold damage, which allow me to freeze, which can allow me to use Herald of Ice, and then we can also use the Posican Ring for some juicy explosion if it's a thing. Alright, so for the passive skill trees, in the written guide, I'll put like a rough level 70 trees into a level 85 trees and into an endgame trees. But the main thing here is we have from nothing diamonds. This is really cheap. You get to allocate passive in the radius of acrobatic. So we get access to enhanced reflex, which give us dexterity is really nice. We have her stopping for more crit chance, crit damage bonus from here, and we have access to fever, which have +2 to maximum frenzy charge, which is really nice, and we don't have to path all the way up there. And I think, like I said, crit chance is not that important, but you want a certain amount of crit chance. So in the POB, it says I have about 30% crit chance, which in my opinion is pretty good enough for Spiral Volley to help clear maps. You don't need to crits a lot with Spiral Volley. You just want to basically clear. But I might try a setup which push more heavy into crits chance. It's essentially it's like a dead stat when it comes to doing single target damage because Snipe will always crit. So there's that. But yeah, we're pathing down here from nothing. Grab all the really good notes over here. Catalysis is still very strong. It helps with elemental infusions and the Volt stacks, so it helps a little bit with damage. The Bowl Cluster is very strong, and this Maiming Shrine is pretty good as well. Overall, it's like a very standard Amazon setups that is hybrid ES evasions. I want to take again Catalysis because it gives physical damage mitigation as well. Elemental damage to attack helps with shock. We do a lot of elemental damage as well, so it's a pretty good note. And Falcon Dive is really nice because we are not really accuracy stackings, but we are still in Amazon. So yeah, the ascendancies, we have critical strikes, penetrates, we have predatory instincts to reveal weakness. Weakness is nice because snipe do a lot of damage, so if you can kind of time your snipe to pair with the open weakness, you do a lot more damage and have potential to one-shot that rare or even bosses. Elemental infusions, we generate plenty of frenzy charge, so we get easy access to lightning infusion, which also helps shock, and with the Herald Thunders. So yeah, Subterfuge, get some frenzy charge here, go down here for crits notes, very strong. Stide Bender is actually really good. It gives physical damage and breaks increased armor on targets with ailment, which the monster will usually have shock on. And then just defensive notes. So far, I think this is already very strong, so I can focus more on going defensive. And I have a few more notes that I plan to go down here. So we have Prosh speed as Prosh damage. So Kite Runner is really good notes, and we have crit damage bonus, physical damage, and knockback over here, which is pretty nice as well. So I plan to path here for more damage if needed. But yeah, overall, this is going to be the passive skill trees. And let's see here. I do have access to Megalomaniac jewels, and these are very expensive. I do find one on the market that I really like that is extremely good for the build, so I have to take it. So this one has Soul Bloom, which help with the ES Leech, and it has Temper Mind, which is really good as well. You don't really need a jewel like this in your build. Again, this is very customized. You probably won't be able to find another one on the market that is similar to this with this exact combinations, but you can find one with Temper Mind if you really want to get Megalomaniac jewels in your build. And yeah, it's not that important, to be honest. 3 Divine, you probably don't want to spend that. Serrated Edge is your anointment if you have more money, if you have a better amulet, which I will allocate some Wrap Quiver. Your Quiver gives a lot of damage, so this is probably one of the best options you can have on this build. And finally, this is my character stats at the moment. I am level 82, I have 1400 life, I have 2475 energy shields, with very bad gear, so you can easily push this number up. I have 100% spirits. I am at 70% evasions, which we can push this number a lot higher. And you want to be cap elemental resistance, and you can easily cap your chaos resistance as well. But yeah, this is going to be it for the build. I will have the written guide, I will have the POB, I will have links to my loot filters, and everything will be in the descriptions and the comment section of this videos. Hopefully you guys will enjoy this build, and see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.